Jalawi and Abdulaziz managed to force the small gate and enter the fort, enabling the main gate to be opened to let in the rest of the men. Although outnumbered 2-1, Abdulaziz and his men fought their way up the staircase and along the ramparts, killing or wounding half the garrison. Until Ajlan was finally shot dead by Prince Abdullah bin Jalawi. With Ajlan dead, the remainder of his men surrendered as Abdulaziz offered to spare their lives.
Yes. I don't know.
To ride the camel.
It's amazing.
This is Saudi folk.
Of drinking water comes from the sea. 20% come from that side, desalination. 80% of drinking water. Saudi Arabia is the biggest number, or the first country, or has the biggest number of water desalinized from the sea.
I thought that was the case, because when you wash your hands with soap, because it's such pure water, you can't get rid of the soap.
No.
It's desalination.
Stop causing problems.
Yeah.
Maybe go to the last room, more pictures like this about this.
It doesn't surprise me there either. It's the driest continent. I think the new food sensors look like.
This way, yes, over here. Those are my favorite gallery room. Over here. All right, those pictures is actually about Riyadh's life. Riyadh life back in the late 30s, mid 40s, early 50s. And I'm gonna take you in a very quick tour around them. You could see here, for example, you remember the street we walked through with a lot of shops to the left and right? These are the shops and all time. All those doors are shops, and those are the people in the market. You can see the little donkey here is the biggest animal allowed in the city. Back then they don't allow camels to go in, but only to bring them to the auction area, unload the goods, and they leave them out of the city, because those are treated just like trucks in the city. They are not allowed inside the city. Later on, trucks came up when the oil discovered in the 1930s, commercially produced in the 1940s, And later on in the 1950s, when the oil started making a difference in the society life, they start importing the cars. And you could see Studebaker, 1951 here. But people back then still living in mud houses. Not only living and modeling, no, they are still even building. You can see those are the Timerex branches. They are selling and buying similar idea. Also, people back then was not living on minimalism, just survival. Actually, they do their own books. They sell their own books and so on. This guy was reading a book while he's sitting and buying from the guy with the head with the white dress, and this guy is checking the book before he buy it. You can see it. This is an active market next to the Grand Mosque here. This is the big area where we stand. We were standing next to the flag in this area. You can see this is look like Friday auction happening over here. My favorite picture here, I call it the clinic center. This is the dentist. This is the second dentist. And this is the brain surgery on live.
Oh my goodness.
This is just the barber shop.
Other barber shop.
But you can see the picture here, the guy with the jacket. That is from the German jacket, German army jacket. That's from the when the war just settled in 1951 already. This is the picture that brings controversial discussion here. People ask me always, where is the woman in the pictures, Ali? Why this society has no women? Why you are hiding them? Why you are oppressing them? No, actually, in old time, we used to have only ladies market. As a matter of fact, this lady is bought something from the market and coming back here home. And this lady have goods to go to the market and sell it in the market. Another lady is carrying things, go to the market. So in old time, the habit was only ladies market, and nowadays, it's still maintained, but in a different way. Some shops that has only ladies items is actually operated by ladies, or salesperson are always females. Something like cosmetics or perfume or lingerie or something like that, mostly is a female salesperson selling it to a female.
There's one bad thing of that idea.
What's that?
Your husband can't pay.
As actually sometimes at those shops, it's only women allowed.
Oh.
It's only women, and usually men, if they seen inside the society, what are you doing there?
What do you do?
Yeah. Now, also in those pictures, the guy who took a picture is actually usually a male, so he doesn't go to only ladies market. But sometimes you'll find some other pictures that it is showing only women because he had the permission to take a picture of women in their own private places or in their tents or with their animals or in their farms and so on in all times. And that also brings me a question always, why women would wear black while you men are wearing white in this very hot climate? That's not really practical, alien. Explains that. Explanation started from this way. Islam teaching about wearing hijab or covering and so on, it goes this way. It's a verses in the Quran. It started by telling them men, not women. Telling them in public places you have to lower your gaze, do not stare at the woman. That's the first teaching to men, not to women. Then second goes to the woman, said, when you are in public, don't bring attention to yourself by covering yourself and covering your details. That is the Islamic teaching, because it comes like a frame like this, and as far as you are in the middle between this frame borders, you are fine. And what makes you in this frame goes up or down here is your culture. I'll give you an example. Why Muslim women in Indonesia is wearing white cover? Why Afghanis Muslims wearing sky blue? Why Saudis or Middle East women wearing black? Why African Muslims is wearing all the colors? Why it's all great for all of them and all of them is Islam? It's just because their culture. So Islam doesn't say you have to wear that color, but says bring modesty to yourself in public. And men has to lower their gaze, whatever the color. So what women does in different culture, based on their culture. Sky blue color in Afghanistan is modest. White is more pure for Indonesia. Black is more covering. So principle of black thing is just comes from the fashion idea. For example, why you are wearing a black t-shirt? To hide your belly, right? So actually black is hiding details more than other colors. And that's the idea of wearing a black. So Saudi woman is wearing a black to hide the details. Even your body details is supposed to not bring attention. And some women take it even farther, wearing a black abaya, not on their shoulder, because they believe the shoulder shape is some details that bring attention. So they wear it on their head, and you can see it's straightforward from the head all the way down, no details. And you will find other women covering also their details. So it's okay if that's your culture. If it is not your culture in Indonesia, you don't have to wear that. But some does this, some does that. Still is good. But still, why they do wear black in the public places where it's hot? In all time, ladies, when they go in public, they don't go in public that much. They usually work at home, at the farm, or at the desert with their animals. They wear it only in the public places where there is other strange men nearby them. At their home, they don't wear this. If you want to know what they are wearing beneath this abaya, go to the market. Everything you see, Prada, Gucci, Zara, H&M, Next, whatever, that's what they are wearing. I hope I explained that, All right? All right, that's all what we have in this place. We are going out, and the toilet is just right here. Yes.
They just couples
Of Riyadh.
of Riyadh. Nothing to do with the royal family.
They are all from Riyadh.
Oh, the royal family.
It's actually, this is the current king, number 8.
Number 8 is.
The same name, same guy. But he had ruled Riyadh 2 times.
Where's King Saud?
King Saud, first one.
Oh, it's
No,
a
no,
young,
no.
young picture of him.
No.
One of
King
them.
Saud is not one of them.
No.
King Saud is not one of them.
No. Right.
Who you are looking for? King Saud?
Yeah.
King Saud is the first son of King Abdulaziz, right? He never been a ruler of Riyadh. He became a king.
He's just king, right.
He's a king. Ruler is like a governor or a mayor of the city. So those are the people who became mayor of Riyadh all these years, starting from Prince Nasser, that's brother of
Right.
Salman, brother of this guy, brother of this guy. And I think from here all up to here, they are brothers. From here, this is second generation. This is son of another brother. This is son of another brother. This is son of another brother.
Right.
Those all are first generation from the royal family. All right? All right. Please follow me this way. Toilet on your right side when you are going, if you want to use it. Men to the right, ladies to the straight, forward.
Gift shop.
All right, follow me outside if you don't need the toilet.
Because of all the destruction happened at the Imam Abdullah bin Faisal give the construction to build Masmak Palace